There's an estate agency I've walked past for years. Famous local place, you always knew what you were walking into. Phones ringing, people chasing, nobody looking up. I walked in last week, stopped. Half the desks were empty, not closed down, just empty. I asked the owner what happened. She said they're all out on viewings. There's nobody left to do the admin. The software does it now. Same team, same office, just nobody stuck at a desk anymore doing work that honestly nobody should have been doing by hand in the first place. That was 3 weeks ago. I haven't stopped thinking about it since. Because if she can do it, so can you. Here's what I do. I advise businesses on AI and automation. I speak to owners every single week, all sizes, all industries. And what I see consistently is a gap. Not a gap in talent, not a gap in ambition, a gap between businesses that have let software take the repetitive work and businesses where humans are still doing it by hand. That gap is getting wider. Every month, the businesses on the right side of it are responding faster, converting more, working less hours for better results. The ones on the wrong side are working harder every year and wondering why it doesn't seem to get easier. Today, I want to show you exactly what the right side looks like. 5 tools, all affordable, all working right now in businesses just like yours. Let me start with the one that costs most business owners the most hours and the most sleep. Finance admin. Think about the last time your quarter ended. Really think about it. That feeling of opening your accounts and not being entirely sure what you owe. HMRC, invoices in one place, bank statements in another, receipts somewhere you'd rather not think about. That feeling is optional. Xero connects directly to your business bank account. Every transaction categorized automatically, every invoice sent and chased automatically, your VAT return calculated, ready, one click to HMRC, making tax digital compliant, built in, pair it with Stripe. And every invoice you send has a pay now link, client clicks it. Pays in 30 seconds, money is in your account. Xero reconciles it, nobody chases anything. I know a consultant in Bristol, brilliant at her job, used to spend the last week of every month just sorting her finances, stressed, behind, dreading it. She set up Xero and Stripe in a weekend. Told me a month later she'd got that week back. Every month, forever. That's not a small thing. That's 12 weeks of your life, every year. Xero starts at £15 a month. The first thing I'd suggest to any business owner. This next one is almost embarrassing in how simple it is. How many emails does it take you to book a single meeting? If you're being honest, probably 5 or 6. Are you free Tuesday? Not Tuesday? Thursday? Thursday works, but only after 2. Actually, I have a call at 3. We all do this, and we have all been doing it for years as if there's no other way. There is another way. It's called Calendly. It's been around for a decade. And yet, you set your availability once, you send one link, they pick a time, both calendars update, Zoom link generated, reminder sent. If they reschedule, they do it themselves. One link, that's it. That's the whole solution. Works with Google Calendar, Outlook, Teams, Zoom, everything you are already using. Free plan covers most people. £10 a month if you need your whole team on it. Set this up today, not this week. Today, it takes 15 minutes and you will never play email tennis again. Now, this next one is the one I really want you to pay attention to, because this is the one that ties everything together. This is the one that when people finally set it up, they always say the same thing. Why did nobody tell me about this sooner? Every business runs on apps, email, CRM, accounting, calendars, project tools, forms. The problem is none of them talk to each other. So humans fill the gap. Humans copy things across. Humans remember to follow up. Humans make sure nothing falls through the cracks. And humans, wonderful as we are, get busy, get distracted, forget things, go on holiday, have a bad day. Zapier removes the human from the parts where the human was never really needed. Here's something that happens every single day in businesses across the UK. A potential client fills in a contact form. Maybe it's a Tuesday evening, maybe it's a Sunday night. In most businesses, nothing happens until someone sees it. If they see it, if it doesn't get buried. Meanwhile, that person has probably filled in 2 other forms. for 2 other businesses, and whoever responds first is already a hit. With Zapier, the moment that form is submitted, an email goes back to them personalized instantly. They're added to the CRM automatically. A follow-up task is created and assigned. The right person in your team is notified. All of that while you are watching television, while you are at your daughter's sports day, while you are asleep. That is not science fiction. That is Zapier running quietly in the background of the businesses that always seem to be one step ahead. Free plan for the basics. £19 a month for more complex workflows. This is the one that changes things. Quick question. And I want you to be honest with yourself. When someone signs up to your mailing list, what actually happens next? If the answer is they get a newsletter when we remember to send one, then you are sitting on something valuable and doing almost nothing with it. Because that person, when they signed up, was more interested in you than they will ever be again. That was the moment, and most businesses let it pass. Brevo lets you answer that moment every single time. Automatically, you build a short sequence of emails. 5 is plenty. Email 1 goes out within the hour. Warm, useful, feels personal. Email 3 solves a real problem for them. Email 5 quietly mentions how you can help. You write it once, it goes to every single person who ever signs up at midnight, on bank holidays, while you're on annual leave. Free plan for most businesses starting out. Your list should be your hardest working salesperson. Right now, is it? Last one. And I'll keep this simple because AI gets overcomplicated very quickly. There is a specific part of your working day that is slower than it needs to be. The writing, the proposal you keep putting off, the email you have rewritten 4 times and still not sent, the job ad that's been a draft for 2 weeks, the response to that difficult client you've been avoiding opening, that resistance between knowing what you want to say and actually saying it. Claude and ChatGPT remove it. You give them context, they give you a first draft, you make it yours, you send it. A 2-hour proposal, 20 minutes, a tricky client email, 4 minutes, a month of LinkedIn content, 1 focused hour. This isn't about replacing how you think. It's about removing the blank page. Both have free plans. Both are extraordinary. Open one tonight, just for 1 piece of writing. See what happens. I want to be straight with you about something. None of this is instant. There's a setup cost, not money, time, a few hours per tool to do it properly, a learning curve, a moment, probably 2 weeks in, where something doesn't work exactly the way you expected. Push through that moment, because on the other side of it is something most business owners haven't felt in years. A Tuesday where the invoices went out without you, a Thursday where every lead was followed up before you even got to your desk, a Friday afternoon where you actually left on time. That estate agent I mentioned at the start, she didn't do all of this at once. She started with one thing, the thing that was costing her the most, got it working, then did the next one. That's all I'd suggest you do. Pick the biggest drain on your time right now. Find the tool that solves just that. This week, one tool done properly. That's how it starts. I've linked everything in the description. Every tool, what it costs, where to start. And if you've got a specific part of your business you're trying to automate, drop it in the comments. I read every single one and I'll point you in the right direction. I post one of these every week, always practical. Subscribe if that's useful to you and go do the one thing.